How to pick a sweet watermelon every time. As one of the most refreshing and delicious fruits out there, a slice of ripe and juicy watermelon is hard to beat. But do you know how to pick the best one out of the bunch? No matter how tempting watermelons look, if you don't know how to pick a good one, you may buy a fruit that has been sitting around for a while and will be mushy instead of sweet and juicy. Or worse, you could take home a watermelon that's not ripe yet and tastes like crap. Since watermelon is so perishable, you want to ensure that you are eating it at its peak of ripeness or freshness. So stay tuned. Here are some tried and true tips for finding the perfect watermelon every time. Number 1. Check the shape. The shape of the melon is a good indication of its quality. The best watermelons should be symmetrical, with even sides and no lumps or bumps. This indicates that the fruit was grown in ideal conditions and was picked at its peak ripeness. Watermelons with oblong or oval shapes tend to be more watery and less flavorful. Number 2. Look at the color. The next thing you'll want to do is examine the color of the stripes. Ideally, you should pick a melon with a consistent stripe pattern. The green stripes should be deep, dark green, and the pale stripes should be creamy, light yellow. Additionally, you'll want to choose a dull-looking watermelon. If the watermelon looks very shiny and polished on its surface, then chances are good it is underripe. Number 3. Get a good heft. The next step is to get a good heft on the watermelon you're considering. The heavier it is for its size, the riper it will be and the sweeter it will taste. If your watermelon is smaller than expected and doesn't feel heavy when you pick it up, or if it looks overly large but feels light, it may not be fully mature yet. Number 4. Find the spot. One of the most important indicators of the quality of a watermelon is its field spot. This large, discolored area is where the melon rested on the ground, and it's usually one of the first things you'll notice when inspecting a watermelon. The color should be creamy yellow or near orange. This indicates that your melon is sweet and juicy. If there is no field spot or if it's white instead, then you may want to pass on this particular piece of watermelon because it lacks flavor. And who wants blandness when they can have sweetness? Number 5. Tap that melon. Next, you want to tap the watermelon with your knuckles or the palm of your hand. If it makes a high-pitched sound, it's not fully ripe yet. If it sounds deep and hollow, you've got yourself a ripe melon. An overripe melon will sound more like a thud. You'll want to avoid these because they're likely to have lost their flavor, or even gone bad. Number 6. Check the stem. Another important thing to look for when picking out a watermelon is the stem. A green or wet-looking stem means that the fruit has not yet ripened and will lack flavor and sweetness. A dry, yellow-brown stem means that your melon has ripened properly and wasn't picked too early or before fully ripening. Number 7. Buy in season. Watermelons are a seasonal fruit, meaning they're at their ripest and most flavorful during certain times of the year. The best time of year to buy one is between May and September. During these months, watermelons are typically at their peak quality because they haven't traveled far from where they were grown. Thus, they won't have lost any nutrients or flavor along the way. Watermelons that aren't in season may have been stored for a long time before they reach the supermarket, and they could be less ripe than those harvested recently and shipped straight to your grocer's shelves. Learning how to pick the best watermelon really isn't that difficult. It just requires some time, patience, and a little practice. Next time you go to the store or farmer's markets for one, be sure to keep these steps in mind, and you'll be enjoying your juicy new melon in no time. Thanks for watching. If you thought this video offered some useful information, give it a like and share it with your friends. It allows us to create more great content. If you want to see more videos from us, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video.